Hello my dear Virgo, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between September 16 and September 30, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below the video. So, I used Mary L Tarot with Mary White, and I have already shuffled and chosen your cards. I will do a shorter 9-card mid-month reading for you this time, and we'll come back with a longer 15 cards reading for the beginning of the month, where I use also smaller deck as well, probably the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, but maybe I will choose, it's starting to get a little worn. So I will just tune in for a few seconds and then I will start to read for you. Okay, my dear Virgo, this is your past. And here we have a 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords is, as you see, death coming, riding here. 10 of Swords is big sacrifices, sacrifice of the old, sacrificing of something that was utterly important to you. 10 of Swords comes, it's natural that death comes, it needs to come. If we were to live forever, we wouldn't be able to evolve in the beautiful way that we do here on planet Earth. You can see this when you go into a forest that where things have died, like big chunk of trees has died as a myriad of new life. And it's the same where an animal has died or something else. It's new life beginning, and it's giving us fertile ground to grow anew in. Whatever you sacrifice now is energy being freed to build on your future. So change can be very scary, and death can be very scary, and letting go of things that was once giving you happiness might be scary. Even though those things might no longer give you happiness, it's still a big sacrifice. 10 of Swords talks about wind. It's talk about thoughts. It's talking about a great extent, like a great forces when it comes to the element of air. So in the 10 of Swords, it might be like hasty, like a hurricane, or something else that's very hasty moving. So it might take you with surprise. And we can see the crescent moon here. It's a little bit reminding me of the picture of the solar eclipse that took place not too long ago here in August. And this is the past, so this will be in August. Some kind of big change, of course, some big change of direction, some big sacrifice. And the next card here is the 7 of Wands. 7s always comes with challenges. 6 are harmony. 7 is where the harmony is being challenged by, well, but look at this. This is something we haven't really been checking out. And the 7 of Wands here, this is one of the entities that are pulling the chariot. We have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Cups, where the 7 of Wands actually are the watery part of the chariot, even if it's fire here. But it's like this with a mix. It's when you're diving deep in fire, if you're taking your spiritual road through trial by fire, you will stick your head up in the ocean. And it's the same for the person taking their spiritual road through emotions. They will stick their head up in a fire. So it's all entangled very beautifully. And the 7 of Wands is about it's about courage. It's about standing for what you believe in. Not bending for authority. If you still believe that what is right is right. It's like this beautiful white horse in the chariot with this curved neck and silky mane and beautiful white hair that's almost shimmering like pearls. So this is a wolf, of course. Son was telling this to me, but I'm so involved in my symbols. I'm forgetting to to tell you clearly, of course, this is a wolf, but the horse, the white horse, has in the chariot that you can see in the card of the chariot, has the same meaning as this wolf, to stand up for honor and for what's right and what you really believe in, and doing what's right even in the greatest opposition. So this is the road of the hero. 7 of Wands is 6 of Wands is the victory card. 7 of Wands is like a little bit higher warrior energy. It has increased a little bit. The resistance has increased, so you really need to prove yourself. So with the 10 of Swords, this big sacrifice in this, you really need to prove yourself. It might be that this sacrifice has been really hard for you to do, and you may want to cave in and give in and take back was once you, and just make everything better, heal everyone from death, and it's like resurrecting something. And you need to be strong to not fall for this, to not fall into this trap. You still need to remember what you fought for in the first place, what was important for you. Why did you do this great sacrifice? Why was it worth it? So you don't lose eye on the prize. Of course, this is a little bit to the past, but for some of you watching in early September, this might still go on. And here you have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is like, you will get your reward for sticking to your guns. the High Priestess, she takes everything into consideration. She is like this, taking in the messages from all the different regions of Earth, and she's using all her different senses to really determine what's what. So she can see in the past, she can see into the future, she can feel her feelings, she can listen to the divine here. It's like this big owl here. It's almost like an owl, you can see this. And she's also pregnant with the new visions. It's like she has seeds to spread, a lot of new visions that can be born inside of her. So really trust yourself. Don't back down from what you are standing. Self-respect is all that you need in this situation. You really need to stand tall and stand sure, and not wobble with your whatever decision you took that was this big sacrifice, and that you really need to keep the eye on the prize. What was it that you wanted in the first place, so you don't sell yourself short when you're so close to the finish line. The High Priestess is, listen to yourself. You have all the knowing. You are the authority now. You are bringing in the new. So you need to change the old to be able to bring in the new. You can't cave for the old paradigm. Then your mission is failing. So you really need to trust yourself, even if the going gets a little bit rough here. Okay. The next card for you here, this will be in the now, the second part of September 2017. And we have the Hierophant here. So the Hierophant is the masculine spiritual growth, and the High Priestess is the feminine spiritual growth. I'm sorry for the lighting. Here it's already born. The children are already born. Those twins are already born, suckling the breast of society. So I think it's kind of giving away that you are doing rebellion against some kind of rule in the society, something that you have been like addicted to or needed. We all need each other. We want to be a part of a big group. It's the same for human beings as for all animals. No one wants to stand alone. We want to be a part of things, but not to any cost, not to any price. So I think you have sacrificed some of your maybe your old culture, or family, being able to participate in family or in a certain kind of group. It might be a certain kind of culture group, or maybe a company that you have worked for. It might also be a marriage, a relationship, something that was worth having. It gave you something, but it also in some way held you in captivity. This old thing, and you have this new vision. The Hierophant, it's, as I said, about male spiritual growth. So it might be that you have sacrificed something, or give like a big how can I put this? It's like you have burned someone a little bit on the nose, like you have told them the consequences of treating you in a certain way. And it's good, you know, you can't just be nice to people and expect them to grow. When you want to have a message through, you might need to like really give people an ultimatum and then stick to that ultimatum and sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed for this entity that felt so much in power that they were the only one that could give you this, and that you were subordinate to them in some way, and you showed them that you weren't. I'm not addicted to you. I'm my own. I am not going to cave and just take like the breadcrumbs from the rich man's table. I'm going to have something that's mine. I want this love. I want this connection, but not with the price that it comes, like with the price tag. The 5 Hierophant is connected to all the fives: 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Pentacles. So it's our need of society, and also how much society can hurt us, how much we need our loved one, but also how much they can hurt us. They are the one that has the power to really give us like the blow, because we are dependent upon them with our lives. We were, at least when we're small, and also when we are grown up, we still have, the family still have this pressure upon us. They still matter. We can move across the world from where they are, and when we get news from home of the big news, it will still matter. It will still shake us to the ground. So this is it's a kind of certain subtle power that stable situation has on us. It's giving our roots, our stability. So it's like you have sacrificed something that's your roots, and that's your stability. We'll see in the center here. Okay, it's the King of Discs. So King of Discs and the Hierophant isn't so they are rather close together. This is usually Capricorn and this is Taurus, but it's still earth signs. King of Discs, it's a situation that's rich. It's a situation that has all the power. So again, it might be a work situation. It might be a husband or a wife. It might be a father figure, someone that has provided for you in some way, or given something that they know that you need. And here it's like they're tangling that apple in front of your face to show you that what you're missing out on. So I think you're doing rebellion and you feel a little bit lonely out there, and it's like the world outside doesn't really help you either. And of course it's like this, it's like a test, we can say. It's like a test of your stamina, if you will endure this and still believe in you, or if you will sell yourself. It's a little bit like this. If you will sell yourself for a happier life on short term, or if you really want to go through with those big alter life changes and create a new vision for yourself. It's like you're standing in front of a choice here, to be like still needed, like still being in need of certain kind of things, certain kind of situations, and therefore caving into the rules that you have to obey to be within these situations, or if you're going to take another course, we'll see. The next card is Ace of Wands. So yes, it's so hard to follow your own vision, to follow your own longing, and to trust yourself. Ace of Wands is like your soul's torch being granted to you and saying, okay, this is your mission, do this. And you are thinking, no, hell no, I don't want to. All this thing I need to sacrifice to go on my own. Is it really worth it? Will it really bring me something? But we see here it's like a star in your belly and it's warming up here. So I think it will be hard for you to not shine brightly. You can, of course, you can compromise yourself and act in the old ways, but you still have those wings. It's like you have been folding down your wings to fit into a certain house, to fit in a certain situation. And the divine is kind of challenging you to stand up for yourself and to shine and spread your wings. You shouldn't have to unfold them to fit into society. But it's hard. It's hard to grow. Ace of Wands is a card of growing. Is a card of like being granted. Here is your responsibility for your own life. this is what I said to Capricorn, decision determine destiny. If you take a decision now, that will determine where you will end up, and you might not want this have to be this decision maker. Maybe you just want to tag along and have peace and quiet and not have to do any rebellion at all. But then in those situations, you will still feel like you're compromising yourself and you're not really getting like what you actually need. It's just, you will just get like part of what you need, and other things you still need to keep trapped in the basement, like other parts of you that wants to roam freely, wants to be a part of you, won't have the access because you need to deny them. You need to unfold your wings to be able to fit into this situation that we see here. And yes, not all of us can, you know, quit our jobs and start to live on being, yeah, some kind of artist or doing the tarot cards. we all have our roles to play, but it seems for me like you have been this white wild wolf all the time, and you have just bent your neck for an authority that screams louder than you, but it doesn't mean that they are right. That's the only thing I'm saying. It's up to you to make the decision where to go from here. So Virgo, this is your future, and here we have a 5 of Cups. So this sacrifice that you have made, it doesn't come without a price. 5 of Cups is this white horse. It's your belonging, this like having your dreams fulfilled, hope and everything. It's laying on the well of wisdom here. It kind of has a little key on its stomach. It's a symbol there. And so it's like the deepest roots of you is being held captive by some power, because you want to be loved. You have this fragile inside of you, like your beautiful antenna, and you want to take care of it. It's precious. You don't want to break it. You don't want to send it into despair. You want to keep it healthy and clean, so you will be able to be happy and not fall into depression. This white unicorn horse is your true self, your true, like your most fragile inner part of you that needs other people, needs to be connected to the grid. If you are being disconnected, it's like withering away and die. So it's a very crucial moment in your life here, Virgo, where you both need to do this sacrifice to commit to the white wolf, being the one that you truly are, and still take care of this fragile entity within you that will die from starvation if it doesn't get the love that it needs. So I don't underestimate the challenge that you are facing here, Virgo, with this. But if you can be strong enough with the white wolf, love yourself enough with the white wolf, take your side enough with the white wolf, don't you think that this hope inside of you will go on, that it will remain untainted, maybe even thrive in a way that it couldn't before, when it needed to just take the crumbs that fell from the rich person's table, whatever the other entities wanted to give to you? I think that self-love might be your way out of this, to really align with yourself and decide that you are right and that you are going to go down this road no matter the cost. I think that kind of mindset will actually make you love yourself and thereby protecting this entity. I'm not going to say that this is the whole solution, but I see that this is a favorable road for you, Virgo. The next card is Queen of Wands. So I think this is your true you. This is the white wolf. This is the one that you are. And you are very strong. You're very, very creative. And you're so much full of respect for both others, but also yourself. And in some way, someone has been able to make you feel small. But if you choose this road for the future, to take the wand, I got this torch now to do this, you will become the Queen of Wands. Either you're a male or a female, it doesn't matter. One that has the ability to raise cobblings like this feline little sheet or jeopard, maybe it's a jeopard. And she has a gemstone in her forehead. It very much looks like the gemstone that's in the temple. I don't remember the name right now, because when I'm doing my readings, all names and things, I can just see a picture. I will send you this picture. It's a square building. A lot of people are walking around it in circles. They want to kiss this stone. It was said to come from an Amazon warrior's belt once, and I also had beautiful people in my surrounding having a vision that this is a part of the original stone that kind of blew up in Atlantis, and you have it in your forehead. So there's a lot of hope with this stone. It's a lot of hope with this old experience that you represent. You represent a higher truth that has been forgotten through eons of time, and if you can access this and sacrifice whatever you need to sacrifice to access this and becoming your true self, you will also awaken a lot of memories, a lot of old capacities that you had, and all wisdom and knowledge that will make you even more sure and make you even more valuable for your surrounding, because you are the person to follow, like not the person to oppress, but the person to follow, because you have this, like the Queen of Wands is like a person that have lived for eons of time and have this a lot of experience, but you have forgotten about this, and you kind of, it was like you're settled with that other people might know more than you and have the answers, and you started to become obedient. But now you need to really wake up this Queen of Wands, because it's like you are going to help and teach others this what you know, and then you can't be a follower. You need to be a leader, Virgo. The Queen of Wands might also be, of course, in the areas of fire person in your life, but anyway, whatever mirrors on the outside of you will be also on the inside of you. A King of Discs, and you have a Queen of Wands, so earth, a lot of earth and fire here. And the High Priestess is representing the moon, and then you have Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands. I think the best for all of us would be if you aligned with you and decided to trust yourself and your own instinct. This is how the valuable treasures that rest within your soul really can come to be shared, like on the worldly basis. You can teach people with being rather strict. She will be like very loving to this coupling, but also really show them because she has so much more experience. So you can teach others to go on this road together with you. And the last card is an Eight of Swords, and it comes upside down. So Eight of Swords is a kind of blockage. I have had this with Capricorn, Cancer that I did before you. Capricorn had Two of Swords here upside down. Cancer had Four of Swords here upside down. So it's counting with this number 2, 4, 8, and it's coming down here for you. So the other ones have already been able to go through this gate, but you still need to do this. You still need to align with yourself and not being held with captivity anymore. It's like the door is open. You can free yourself. There's no lock on this door, and you hold the key. So you don't have to be captivated by circumstances or rules, or being captivated. Like Eight of Swords is like a lot of opinions that other people have upon you and your life and your lifestyle and what you're doing and not doing, and don't care about this. You have your own road, so just take your wand here and step through this gateway into your new future. So we will see what this is all about for you, Virgo. What is it that you're dealing with here? Yes, it's this situation. You are birthing forward the new, or bringing, you're kind of nurturing the new thing. So you really need to love this thing that has been granted to you, this Ace of Wands and this Five of Cups, because I feel them to be the same. Both this heroism that's required from you, but also this vulnerability. I think it's much the same. It's like this, it seems very vulnerable here, like this Five of Cups, but it's contains like a lot of power, like this little coupling there. So Ace of Wands is like a fire hose of energy. So it's like you are going to nurture forward some kind of new thing into the world that's like a gemstone, very valuable, like a priceless, like this those children here, and it's your job to do it. Being a teacher, being a mother, even if you're a guy, it doesn't matter. You have some idea, you have something that wants to be born forward, some wisdom, something that's uniquely for you. And it's only you that can do this. It's only you that can bring this to life. So if you don't want to get pregnant or get someone pregnant, you should take some precautions, because here we have a big pregnant belly here, someone's breastfeeding. Here's Ace of Wands. That's seed, and here you have Queen of Wands and this number 18, this card with someone already being born. So some of you might have been parents as well, and you need to really figure out what it is that you want to teach your children, and what's going to be not taught, like not just falling into the comfortable routine of your old culture, but doing something that's really good for this child or this new entity as well. So I will take a card also from the Druid Craft Tarot by Philip and Stephanie Cargome and illustrated by Will Worthington. For you, Virgo, card for Virgo. Oh, that was too many, I guess. But here we have a Five of Wands. Five of Wands is connected to the Hierophant. It's the number 5s. And we have a Four of Cups. It's like you're not really happy with the life that you're living in this society. And here we have the Eight of Swords as well. But it's hard to break free, because what would other people say? And you still feel like you need their approval, but you don't. Here's a Five of Pentacles. This is what happens if you go on the outside of that door. You will feel like an outsider, like an outcast. So this is the different challenges that you are going to meet on this road, and maybe you are going to feel like someone that's a prey, like anyone could catch you if you are not a part of the culture anymore. It's like you're getting like an outlaw in some way. So that's not going to be easy for you to do this. It's going to come with a lot of challenges to break free. But here is the reward, and it's 21 the world, becoming the true you, the soul stepping down in your body, becoming your vulnerable true self, like this Five of Cups unicorn here. And it's also 2 + 1 is 3. It's connected to the Empress that we see here. She's birthing forward the new. It's like you are ending a big paradigm of karma by doing this, and it comes with a price, yes, but if you sacrifice the relationships and the situation that doesn't work for you, you will actually step into something that's more really up your alley, that really could make you happy, that's really has your imprint on it, like being uniquely you, naturally you, instead of trying to fit in like a round ball in a square hole and never feeling really content. You need to take this step out from this false security to really get something that's really uniquely for you. Okay. So my dear Virgo, I hope this helped, and I hope that you will come back to see the beginning of the month reading. I will do an extended reading then with 15 cards for beginning of October. And also, if you want a personal reading with me, you can contact me at queenofcupstarot@outlook.com. You'll find my email also in this description box below here. Okay, take really good care. Until we meet again. Bye bye.